Hi, and welcome to British Dad Reacts. My name is John. Thank you so much for watching. And if you do like this kind of content, then please consider leaving a like, subscribing, leave a comment, or even a recommendation. I'm continuing this week, 5 videos, around a few tracks that I've picked that are kind of associated with London bands or references to London. This one, to me, is an absolute classic. And I'm going to play the official version. Somebody's put together a video for it. I'm going to play a live version from 1988. And then I'm going to play another live version from 2000. It's just such a great track. And I'll tell a little bit of the story about the song and Warren himself.
Saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called Lee Ho Fooks.
I will say, I'm going to go back. Lee Ho Fooks was actually a genuine restaurant in London at the time, a Chinese restaurant. So he knew London.
Saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called Lee Ho Fooks. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo. Howling around your kitchen door. You better not let him in. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. Werewolves of London again. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Hairy-handed gent who ran amok in Kent. Lately he's been overheard in Mayfair. You better stay away from him. He'll rip your lungs out, Jim. I'd like to meet his tailor. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo. Well, I saw Lon Chaney walking with the Queen, doing the Werewolves of London. I saw Lon Chaney Jr. walking with the Queen, doing the Werewolves of London. I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's. His hair was perfect. Werewolves of London. Draw blood. Werewolves of London.
So somebody put this video together on YouTube cleverly, and I've kind of taken that. I think being a small channel, when you try and show a lot of the official videos, you tend to get blocked, as I did when I first tried to do this. This was a track from 1978, and it was from this album, Excitable Boy. Now, Warren Zevon was born in Chicago. He was he was the son of a Jewish Ukrainian immigrant father. And he's got a very interesting story, really. And I'm going to show a couple of other videos live of him, as I said, and explain some of the story behind the song. But also I just want to talk about him. He did travel around the US. He was in LA. And I think at one time in LA, he was working as a bookie for a notorious LA mobster called Mickey Cohen. And he actually was the best man from this mobster, Mickey Cohen, at his first wedding. It's kind of crazy, really. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the other people who covered this track and also his link with Fleetwood Mac. But this is a live version from 1988. It's got a long intro, but it's just wonderful, and you hear the crowd reaction.
menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called Lee Forks. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. And he said, Werewolves of London. Werewolves of London. If you hear him hollering round your kitchen door, you better not let him in. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. It was the Werewolves of London again.
He clearly, I don't know, somehow he knew London. And there's so many references in there, and like that reference to the Queen and parts of Soho and a particular restaurant. Now, the title of the song actually was a bit of a joke, and it was suggested to him by Phil Everly of the Everly Brothers following a 1935 film, A Werewolf in London. And there was a later film, I think in the 2000s, American Werewolf in London. But it's just a great, great track. It just makes you feel better. Now, on his, when he returned to LA, Warren Zevon in the 70s, mid-70s, I think, he shared a room or shared a flat with Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, famously of Fleetwood Mac. And that's how he met the band. And on the original track, it was Mick Fleetwood and John McVie, who played the drums and bass respectively. he was also... He became friends with lots of famous people, really. Also around that time, he became very friendly with Jackson Browne, who was a very, very popular artist at the time. And Jackson Browne did actually perform this track live in 1975. And there's a link to that in the description. There's also links to a version by David Bowie, a version by an American rock band called Better Than Ezra. Adam Sandler, the actor, did a great, great version of it as well. And there's also a link to where it's used in the film The Colour of Money with Tom Cruise and Paul Newman. Now, the final video I want to show is of him performing this track live on Jules Holland in 2000.
I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called Lee Ho Fook's. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ahoo! Werewolves of London. Ahoo! Werewolves of London. If you hear him howling around your kitchen door, you better not let him in. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. Werewolves of London again. Hey! Ahoo!
Now, I should say this program by Jules Holland, who was one of the original members of Squeeze, a kind of London band in the 70s. And then he has this kind of late night music show. And he really has superb artists on. So to be invited on here is a real acclamation, I guess, of the artist and the talent. And that's why Warren Zevon was on.
Werewolves of London. Ahoo, yeah. Werewolves of London. Hairy-headed gent who ran amok in Kent, and lately he's been overheard in Mayfair. You better stay away from him, he'll rip your lungs out, Jim. Hey, I'd like to meet his tailor. Ahoo! Werewolves of London. Ahoo! Werewolves of London. Well, I saw Lon Chaney walking with the Queen, and they were doing the Werewolves of London. I saw Lon Chaney Jr. walking with the Queen, and they were doing the Werewolves of London. I saw Joe Strummer walking with the Queen, and they were doing the Werewolves of London. I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada in Trader Vic's, and his hair was perfect. Ahoo! Werewolves of London. Ahoo! Werewolves of London.
And there you saw Joe Strummer, who was also on the show at the time. And that's why he referenced him. It's just such a wonderful, wonderful track. And for something that was released in 1978, although clearly written before that, because as I said, Jackson Browne performed this in 1975. It's just always great to hear it. It really, really is. And he kind of nailed a Britishness, really, that not many American artists can do, with sort of quirky lyrics, a sort of parody, comical kind of feel to it with some of the lyrics that he had. Now, the other thing about the track, it was also covered, as I said, by a number of artists. There was a sampling of it used by by someone called Kid Rock, with a track called All Summer Long, which was a huge hit, I believe. There's also a very, very strange Italian version called Licantropo Vegano, which means vegan werewolf. It just shows that this song spread across so many countries and languages. Now, this performance obviously was 2000, and sadly, Warren Zevon passed away in 2003 from mesothelioma, which is a kind of lung disease often associated with coming into contact at some point during your life with asbestos. I hope you stuck around for all of it. Even though I couldn't show the official video, the link is in the description, but it's still just a great, great song. Warren Zevon, Werewolves of London. If you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, etc. Thank you so much for staying to the end and watching this. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.